guys, so today I am going to show you guys how I fucking squat, my technique and everything like that. But I feel like the first thing I need to show you guys is my mobility routine, because if you don't have the greatest mobility, you'll not be able to use the cues and you'll not be able to execute the movement properly and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you guys how I pretty much just loosen my shit up and stuff. So the first thing I do is I try to loose this part of this hamstring, so kind of like the part of the hamstring that attaches to like the inner thigh kind of thing, like that region. I'm trying to really roll on it. So what I do is I get my barbell to around hip level, and I put pretty much a foam roller inside the barbell, or I put the barbell inside the foam roller. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. And I pretty much just roll that part on it. So I'm gonna, hold myself, and I'm just gonna, and I try to put all my weight on it, and I try to really stretch that muscle as much as possible. So I'm gonna sit back while keeping my back straight, and try to stay as forward as possible, and just kind of roll on it. And yeah, so you do that a couple of times. And another thing that I do is I kind of roll the other way around, just like that, so sideways. Okay, so I go, sit back, and sideways, sideways, and then another thing that I do is I kind of bend like this, stick out my butt, you know what I'm saying? Get a good stretch, and I just kind of do that. Okay, go slow because you don't want to tear the muscle that's attached to your knee. Okay, you really want to go slow and to just feel the tension, and yeah, just kind of get some movement in there. You know what I'm saying? Like get that. So I'm gonna do that. A few minutes each legs to get that muscle loose, and I'm gonna show you guys. Alright, so you saw me pretty much loose up the back part of my legs, so my hamstring / inner thigh. I'm gonna show you guys how I loose up the front part of my leg. Okay, so like my quad, hip flexor, psoas, like UL kind of thing. I'm gonna show you guys how I loose those up using a lacrosse ball. You can't do it really with a tennis ball because it's too soft. It gotta be solid. It gotta be somewhat hard, not too hard. Like don't use like a metal ball or whatever. Like use something that there's not a lot of give, but still you can kind of squeeze it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's where we're gonna put the ball. It's pretty sensible. Let's just say. And you gotta pretty much put it on something that's like around 2 inches. In height. So you gotta pretty much elevate the bar, in other words, 2 inches, and you gotta not move. Okay, so for me, a collar is perfect, but you can always also put something that is flat, but you put something like be creative. You know what I'm saying? Like you got you have a lot of options. You do that, and then you're pretty much gonna put the ball. So my hip flexor is right here, so around an inch inside, okay, right there. So right where the pubis and the inner thigh kind of connects, you know what I'm saying, right there, there's a tendon, we put the ball there, and yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how it looks. So you gotta put it there. Make sure you squeeze your abs. So you don't want to round your back like this, okay? Or curve your back like this. You want the back to stay neutral. So squeeze your abs and pretty much try to put as much pressure on the ball as possible. So squeeze your glutes, and yeah. After that, I'll show you guys what to do. So you put the ball right there on that sweet spot. Yep, right there. And then from there, slide the back, okay? squeeze and really try to make sure that there's a stretch to pull yourself that way. And then squeeze the glutes, and then you're gonna rise your leg, or bend your knee. Yeah. Rise your calf, your tibia. Yeah. Do that a couple times. Make sure your back stays flat. And after that, kind of do this. Again, a further stretch, and you will feel it all the way there, all the way to your knee. You do that both sides, a few minutes. So a few minutes each legs, and that'll do it. The next one that I do is for my glutes. Now I am going to work on my glute med, I believe it's called. So right there, so right on top here. So I'm actually going to turn on the sub because, you know, it's my glute. Pretty much, I think it begins here and it ends like right there. So pretty much the upper portion of my glute. And I'm going to start here, and I'm gradually going to rotate and work here. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use the cross ball. I am going to be on the floor. I'm going to place the leg cross ball right there, so right where it ends. Okay, and I'm going to place it there. I'm going to put this foot, place it there, and from there, this foot is locked, and I am just going to wiggle around and find some hard spot. It's not a comfortable place, definitively not, and it's awkward to do, but that's what I do to release that glute. That's the first part. So I do that and I work my way to the end of the glute, or the beginning, whatever the fuck it is. Oh no, I just tried to break those nuts. I squatted yesterday, so it's kind of tight. But we're all good. We're all gonna survive. Gotta laugh. Gotta laugh it off, man. Okay. So now we're at the end. So, oh shit, my t-shirt wants. Okay. So I just do that. And I wiggle in there. Yeah, I'm just gonna get on my foot because. Yeah. Alright, so I do that. Is the same thing, so we're gonna start at the same place. And pretty much I'm gonna put this foot like this, and I'm just gonna cross it like this. Yes, sir. Now it's gonna stretch the muscle a little bit more, and we're gonna be able to kind of, like, I don't know, get deeper into it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. So again, same thing. Try to really find some spot, feel the muscle kind of breaking down, and yeah, I mean, it's just uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? And rotate. My t-shirt is fucking annoying me right now, not gonna lie. Alright, we're good. So I do this both sides, and yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's get it. Alright, so the last thing that I do usually is my feet. Now, you guys are probably like, your feet? What the hell are you doing your feet for? Well, the feet is the beginning of the chain. Everything starts from there. You know what I'm saying? Like your stability, everything, muscle activations, everything. Like if your feet are not loose enough, then you can't grab the ground effectively. Everything else is gonna be effective. So I'm going to show you guys what I do to bring that. Because when you squat, okay, I think you can actually see. Okay, so you want to kind of do that, grab with your foot, right? And you want to, you know, kind of turn your feet like that. But I'm going to show you guys that like when it's going to be time. But what you want is you want to have that mobility. You want to lose that feet up. So what I do is I use a lacrosse ball, and you can't see from here. So back the foot up. Okay, so what you do is I'll start in the middle of the feet. So where's like the deepest? Where's the deepest? You just kind of roll and try to kind of open your toes will want to kind of close like something else, but you want to open your feet up when you do that. And you're gonna have some cracks like that, right? Just do. If you need to kind of, because that part is pretty slippery. Like, if you need to kind of hold yourself, you can. Me, I just kind of do it quickly there, just for that tutorial. But that's what you do, you know, you just kind of push, try to open your feet at the same time. And sometimes what I do is I kind of bend over and, you know, manually open them with my hand, and that creates, you know, a bigger stretch. So yeah, you know, this is what I do, man. Show you guys how a low bar squat, and right after this I'm going to show you guys how a high bar squat. So low bar squat requires a little bit more shoulder mobility, and I need to kind of work myself up a little bit more on low bar, I feel. And I'll pretty much start with a wide grip, and as I get looser and warmer, I'll pretty much you know, kind of decrease the width of my grip until I can actually put my middle finger on the ring. This is where I'm going to start to go up in weight from. Okay, so I'm going to start here. So where's the rack? I'm going to put my hands there, and I'm going to start there. So it's pretty wide. I can, you know, put myself under the bar, and I'll pretty much just squeeze my shoulders and drop my elbows, okay? I'm going to try to do that, and that's going to create a lot of stretch on my delts, and it's going to open up my chest, and you might feel some pops and shit. You want to do that until you feel comfortable, and then, you know, kind of get closer, you know. So I'm going to start here, and I'm pretty much going to put my feet there, so right under me. And I'm just going to squeeze my shoulders together like in the bench press. So in and down, actually you want to depress, and also you want to push your shoulders in like this. Okay? And do that, and you try to really depress your shoulders and in, kind of try to exaggerate the thing. Alright, I felt a good stretch on that one. And I'll do that, and slowly I'll build myself up. So now I'm going to grip here. Same thing. This is pretty much how I warm up. Alright, so I got close to you guys so you guys can visually see what I'm about to explain. So on the low bar squats, you want the bar to sit right on top of your rear delts, okay? So your rear delts, my rear delts, are situated right here. And if I contract them, this is the rear delt right there. You see that bump? Okay. So when you retract your scapula down and back, okay, you are going to contract your rear delts. When your rear delts are contracted, it creates a bump in your back. Okay. And this is where you want the bar to sit, okay, right on top of that bump. So like that, the bump is going to stop the bar from rolling all the way it down, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the bar to slip and to fall down, you know, on your back. So this is why keeping your back retracted down and back is extremely important on the low bar squat, because it creates that shelf, that bump that the bar is literally going to physically sit on, you know what I'm saying? Another thing that can minimize the risk of the bar slipping on your back is when you low bar squat, you want to hinge, okay? It's less of a quad movement and more of a hinging pattern when you low bar squat. So having your back slightly bent, you know, or slightly angled at all time during the whole set can definitively minimize the risk of the bar slipping on your back. Alright, so the combination of both, keeping your back tight, your rear delts contract, and your back slightly angled can definitely minimize the risk. So this is pretty much where I place the bar. Some ways that you can see is, if you can see myself, I'm going to change the camera angle. So you look at yourself in the mirror, sideways like that, kind of flex your back, try to flex the rear part of your delt, and just visually see it, touch it, you know, if you can reach it, and just, you know, kind of feel it out, and you'll see where it is. Another way is when you're about to pretty much go under the bar, you're going to start with the bar on your trap. So right now it's on top of my trap, okay? And you're just gonna flex your back, contract your rear delt, and slowly drop the bar down. And it's gonna stop somewhere. It's gonna stop on your rear delts. And when you feel that you can pretty much lift the bar, that's when the bar is at the right place. So this is how you know that the bar is at the right place on your back when you do low bar. Alright, so now that you have figured out your hand placement, which is really personal, you know what I'm saying, like it depends how much mobility you have on your shoulders. You really have to test that out for yourself. Mine is right here when I'm really warmed up. But when I start, it's like literally here, okay, because you know I need to get warmed up. For some people, it can literally be here. For some other people, it can be literally here if you have like hypermobile shoulders, yeah. So it really depends. Now from there, you'll set your feet right under the bar, okay? So right now they're in front of me because I'm not under the bar, like my upper body is not under the bar, but I'm placing my feet as if I was under the bar, okay? And then I'm going to squeeze my back, okay? I'm going to use that weight that, you know, to squeeze my back, okay? And then I'm going to pretty much scoop myself under, find that spot, squeeze my back, elbows down, chest high, shoulders down and up, or down and in and anyways, you get the point. And then I'm going to pretty much take a big area in my belly, okay? So I'm going to try to expand my belly. So really, like really thinking about, really focus on your belly right now, okay? Mind muscle connection, and just really try to, as you're taking some air, you try to utilize that air to push under your belly, okay? Try to really kind of imagine that pretty much, and yeah, so that's what you want to do. So you really try to use that air that you're taking to push out your belly. So if you need to feel it, just take your belly, take some air, and you try to push your hand, okay? It's really like a focus kind of thing. But when you do that and you flex and you try to fight, like obviously when you flex your abs, you try to, you know, push your stomach in, but with your air, try to push your stomach out, so it kind of creates like some tension here, okay? So that's what I'm trying to do when I flex my abs and I brace. So in and down, now in the sweet spot, Good chest high, shoulders in. Scapula retracted, in and down. Taking that air, pushing my belly out, flexing my abs in, doing both at the same time. And then from there, I'm really stable, my back is tight, my abs are tight, and when I unwrap the bar, I unwrap the bar with my hips, boom, like a semi-squat, bam. And then from there, I set my feet. Now my feet, for me, my heels are close to each other, and my toes are pointing out. For others, it can be like this, like this, like this, and like this. You will have to figure that out. As you go down, what feels the best for your hips. That's the best way to do it, really. It's gonna feel right. You will go down, build parallel. It will be like fluid, man. You know what I'm saying? It will be good. It'll feel good. So, anyways, just stay tight. And then, what I think about, the first thing I do is I force my knees out and back. So, let me show you. So, I'll pretty much force my knees out and back also. So not just out, but I try to really do that without doing it, you know what I'm saying? So, bam, and I keep that tension there. I'm pretty much imagining my knees having, one string each. So one string pulling my knees kind of like that, and one string pulling my knees like that. Okay, so not like that, but like that, in the angle back. Okay, and I try to kind of maintain that as I descend, and I try to maintain the weight on my heels as much as possible. Okay, and really bend with the hips, and I try to minimize the knee travel. What's good, guys? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial where I've showed my squat techniques and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed the clips that I've hit recently also. If you did, a like, comment, share would be highly appreciated. And if you want to watch, you guys know where to go. You guys know what clip to use. And I am actually going to start my first merge pretty dang soon. I'm pretty happy about this. I'm going to sell some hoodies, t-shirts, all that shit. I'm working on my logo right now and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get it.